wouldn't be here or wouldn't be as happy as we are tonight. So welcome, Grandma. Lovely to see you here. I have one apology before I go on, and that is from the matriarch, the supreme matriarch of the Shaw family, who couldn't be here tonight. And she's at home resting, and I send my best wishes to her, and she sends her best wishes to her lovely granddaughter Rachel and her new husband Drew. Now, we've heard about how terrific Rachel is, and I don't want to mislead anyone in the room, but there have been moments throughout our life when everything hasn't gone according to plan. I'd like to go back. I mean, Murray earlier on tonight took us back to when Rachel was a little girl. I'd like to dwell for a moment on the conception. It's still very vivid in my mind. It occurred at a very cheap hotel in Wallaroo. We were living in a house at St Maurice, which Grandma and Grandpa Roberts had kindly lent us the money to buy. And the only reason they did that was because I told them I was going to keep their daughter in a caravan, so they lent us money to buy a house. And we duly did that, but the house was surrounded by close neighbours, and Mary, being as she is, I thought it was best that we should go to Wallaroo to conceive a child. Having conceived the child, Rachel was anything but a pleasant womb baby. Mary was violently ill on many occasions through having just the Rachel inside of her, and even when it was time for Rachel to enter the world, she was dragged by forceps, kicking and screaming into the world. And the forceps marks remained on her head until she was at least 7 or 8 years old. Some people feared brain damage, but we put her early childhood antics down to just being a child. Rachel, in fact, was almost the perfect child as she grew up, which doesn't make for very much fun for you people, but she hardly ever put a foot wrong. She was dragged all over the country by her parents. Wherever we went, Rachel went. Always one of us was with her. I was in the police force at the time, and I decided to forego that brilliant career that I was involved in, and let Mary battle on with her scrawny little, life as a lawyer. And we can see that we've made a terrible mistake, because I'm sure I would have been commissioner today had I stayed. Having said that, Mary has achieved a few things in her life. And I love her dearly. Rachel was fine until she reached puberty, and then she went a bit haywire for a while. A very, very fine athlete was Rachel. Obviously got that from her mum, and she was an extremely good netballer, played netball for Australia, and only recently blew her knee out, requires a full knee reconstruction, and that's why she walks funny tonight. The operation is going to happen before the honeymoon, I think. No, Drew was dead against that. So the operation will happen after the honeymoon, and Rachel will have her leg put back together again. We reached the age of puberty, and boys came along, and Rachel was no different to any other girl of that age. And the one night I recall that did give us some cause for concern Mary and I were in bed, and we were fairly active in those days. We're down to about 5 a week. But having said that, we were in bed and Rachel enters the bedroom. It would have been about 1 o'clock in the morning, from memory. We had an ensuite bathroom, and without even saying I beg your pardon, Rachel walked through our bedroom. I'm pretty sure we were finished at that stage, and walked straight. Oh, we were finished because I was having a cigarette. And Rachel made her way straight to our ensuite and proceeded to toss the cookies into the toilet, and I thought, this is not good. She's obviously been drinking, and I'm a bit concerned about this. I got out of bed, slipped on some clothes, and made my way to the ensuite where Rachel's head was immersed in the toilet. I proceeded to go to the toilet while she was there. Having flushed the toilet, I spoke to Rachel, and I questioned her as to why she was in there doing what she was doing, and she told me that she had been eating cookies, but these cookies weren't normal cookies. These cookies had a funny substance in them, and it was from that day on that we were quite confident Rachel was never going to take drugs. And to my knowledge, apart from the odd heroin and ice pack, she's been on the straight and narrow. So, for those people who place Rachel on a pedestal, they don't know her like I do. Apart from that incident, there were probably several others that aren't as amusing as that one. The one thing that broke her mother's heart was when Rachel left and went overseas. It didn't do mine much good either, but being the strong girl guy that I am, I just grinned and bared it, but Mary was shocking. But the thing that we always knew about Rachel was that whatever she did, she was going to be good at. Whatever she chose, she would always choose the right thing. And in that light, when we first met Drew, we were absolutely thrilled. We knew that Rachel had made a fantastic choice in her husband. He was her husband to be at that stage. And Drew came over to Adelaide, and as he said, and I think it was $1.99 that hat, Drew, the one that I was wearing when he came in, and it was almost love at first sight. He made himself welcome in the house. He was loving to Rachel all the time, and that you can't ask much more in a son-in-law than what we have with Drew. And I know that Rachel adores Drew, and that's because everyone else finds his presence acceptable, as I do. He treats Rachel very well, which is all you can ask, and Rachel likewise treats him very well. They make a wonderful couple, and I was so proud to walk up the aisle today. It's a feeling that some of you may have experienced. I'm sure Michael, Peter and a few others have felt the same feeling. It's quite a different feeling. Not quite as good as sex, but close. We only experience that feeling when we have a relationship between each other as father and daughter. that I have with Rachel, and I am very proud to call Rachel my daughter, and I'm very, very proud to call Drew my new son. I welcome Drew into the family, and I love Rachel more than almost anything on the planet. There are only 4 women on the planet that I would gladly give my life for, and Rachel's one of them. Another one, Shakira. I'm only joking. No, that's not true. One of them is my lovely mother. One of them is my other daughter, Justine, and one of them, of course, is my beautiful wife, Mari. A lot of what you see tonight in Rachel is completely from her mother, as you can imagine, having heard this speech tonight. Her mother is responsible for the daughter and the woman you see here tonight, and the husband, Drew, married, and the wife, Drew, married today. So to Mari, I am eternally grateful for giving me children like I have, and tonight we celebrate Rachel. Thank you.